Today we got a lot of new updates for Renegades with a new trailer for the dungeon and this Renegades content roadmap detailing a lot of changes coming, updates, quality of life stuff. So quickly just to recap it for folks who did not get a chance to read this article or take a look at the roadmap. The main things to keep in mind that are going to be coming in Renegades as of this update are going to be increased vault space. So we're going to now have 1,000 vault space. There's going to be exotic armor ornaments, universal ornaments. So if you are on a warlock, a hunter, a titan, and you have an exotic piece, you can swap the look of that piece to a similar piece type. So if you have a gauntlet, you can swap with a gauntlet within the same class. You can only do this with exotics. You cannot swap the look of your exotic with a legendary piece, for example. And this only works in PvE, so do keep that in mind. But pretty cool feature that's going to be coming in Renegades. On top of that, Bungie's removing a lot of the friction for returning players. So if you're coming back into the game, you'll quickly get up to 300 power immediately so you can just jump in and play with your friends. There will also be returning player bonuses and rewards and other things to incentivize the folks who have not played for a while. Maybe you've been taking a break and playing other games. But if you have been and you're thinking about coming back because maybe you like the look of the Praxic Blade, aka the lightsaber, or any of the other content that you've seen so far, maybe you're interested in just checking it out, giving it a chance. There will be some bonuses and rewards for you as a returning player. The other important thing that we're getting, which I'm actually really looking forward to, is the Vanguard alerts, which is looking to bring back weekly rituals to Destiny 2, which is something I think is crucial to Destiny 2, those weekly reasons to get on the game, which in my opinion have been missing a lot, especially since we've changed models. We no longer have those weekly reasons to get on with stories, seasonal storytelling. Now it's really just major updates. We get some content stuff in terms of a new activity, some new weapons to grind in the portal, but you don't really have that week to week reason to get on the game. So Vanguard Alerts is looking to start at least to resolve that issue. So Bungie is going to be bringing back Grandmaster Nightfalls in a sense. You will now have a challenging activity weekly with set modifiers to challenge yourself and earn some rewards. You will also be able to access the newest raid in Des Perpetual and the newest dungeon from Renegades within that menu. So there will be weekly challenges to complete and earn some rewards from those loot pools from those two activities as well. They did discuss adding legacy raids and dungeons to the Vanguard Alerts menu. I doubt that that's going to include updated gear in the gear tier system. But Bungie also did mention in the same article today that they didn't do it right when it comes to the portal, power progression, gear tiers. The idea, which in essence I've discussed before, I understand, but the execution and just the overall way that it works for Destiny and what players are looking for and expect when it comes to grinding and earning gear to show off in their builds and everything, those things did not contribute to that player, the expected player experience, let's just say. Even looking at that acknowledgement, I don't even know if going forward we can expect to see legacy raids and dungeons get their gear upgraded to gear tiers, because who knows? Maybe we pivot away from the gear tier system. Maybe that's a little bit drastic. Maybe we meet somewhere in the middle. Who knows? The good thing is Bungie is acknowledging that, so we know that they messed up. We know that they know the portal is a little bit too restrictive and takes away from the feeling of player exploration when it comes to the different locations in the game. But the one thing I will add on top of that, and it's something we've discussed many, many times, if you guys have seen our content, is that there have never been things to do on destinations post-launch. You jump in at launch, you do the campaigns, you find all the collectibles. Maybe you do some quests, like in Kepler's case with some quests after the campaign. Once that's done and you've done all of the things that are there, the patrol spaces just kind of fade away. And now you have a director full of multiple locations with nothing to really do on them. So while I do want Bungie to find a balance between the portal and the director, I do also want them to take into consideration adding a lot of these things into the destinations to make folks go to the planets, launch the nodes, hang out on the destinations, actually be there. So don't just give me the node updated with powerful gear and I can just open the map. Like, that's partially it, but also give me reasons to go to the destination itself. Give me things to do on the destination itself. We could discuss that in another video if you guys want to continue that, but that's something I'm really passionate about when it comes to feedback. I would love for Bungie to find the time and the resources to be able to give us incentives and just revitalize and use these patrol spaces that we've accumulated over the years. Really cool destinations, really cool skyboxes, areas to explore, just nothing to really do in them. So that would be nice to go on top of all of these weekly rituals and supplement that player experience between the DLC content and the new content drops. Because currently, the way the Destiny works, play new content, you finish new content. The base game doesn't really support longevity and player interest. So we need those things to build the weekly rituals, and we need those things to support the base player experience between major launches. So hopefully they can find that balance, and hopefully they can build into these evergreen spaces where players can always fall back on and find things to do like PvP. But moving on though, within the same Vanguard alerts menu, we're also going to be getting a brand new activity in Arena Ops. So that's going to be a new 6-player playlist that's going to have 6-player activities that are going to be fairly easy, nothing too complicated. They're not going to have raid mechanics or anything that match-made teams can't figure out. But it's nice to have another PvE playlist with a higher player count for players to jump in and group up with other people and do things to earn rewards. You know, we have the Portal match-made activities with your 3v3 fire teams. We have Gambit, which is 4v4. We have PvP, which ranges from 3 to 6 players. So it's nice to have a match-made activity that's 6 players that players can now look forward to as a part of their weekly ritual. So that's nice to have as well. On top of everything that Bungie mentioned in this Renegades content roadmap, we also know from our last blog update, there's going to be a lot of sandbox updates. So we're going to be getting sandbox updates to weapons, armor, that includes exotics, and we're also going to be getting an ability sandbox update in the coming weeks. So we're going to have more updates and blog posts to go through between now and Renegades. So definitely make sure you guys subscribe, follow, stick around as we cover a lot of this information. We usually do also go over this stuff on stream, so make sure you guys check us out there live as well. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a preview of what is to come in Renegades. We did get this Renegades roadmap. Like I said, there's a lot of other things here, like Portal activity additions. There's going to be new solo ops, fire team ops. Like I mentioned, arena ops as well. There's going to be new pinnacle ops. There's also going to be a Portal rewards and cosmetics refresh. So weapons and armor and all those playlists are going to get updated. That also includes things like Trials of Osiris. I didn't mention the order system, but there is also an order system coming, which is part of that weekly ritual coming back to Destiny as well. So giving you weekly objectives and things to work towards in Destiny. So yeah, a lot of these different systems and quality of life updates and pieces of content coming together in Renegades, which is starting to make Renegades sound a lot more significant than Edge of Fate was, at least at launch. So we'll see how things work out. This is not the end. There's plenty more work for Bungie to do. It's important that we continue to share feedback in a constructive way because, listen, meme on it all you want to. I say it to the folks all the time. If you want to see the game turn around, if you want to see the game succeed, then give your feedback. Be critical, be constructive, but give your feedback. Because at the end of the day, if Bungie is going to respond and write blog posts and push out updates, that means they're willing to do the work. Whatever they're able to do and whatever they make mistakes on, that's a different story. And we can work with that and move forward. But as long as there's noise, as long as there's a conversation, there is still hope that this game can turn things around. And Renegades looks like it's going to contribute some pretty good content to the game. We'll see what the vibe of the community is, and we'll take it from there. But anyways, if you guys enjoy this one, be sure to follow, subscribe, drop a comment with how you guys are currently feeling about Destiny 2 and whether or not you're looking forward to Renegades and whatever pieces of content you're looking forward to. I know I'm personally looking forward to that lightsaber. I want that Praxic blade, but we'll see. We got a couple of weeks left, but I'll catch you guys in the next one.